Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to The Grind Show. It's a show I put out on a Saturday which kind of like just looks at the foreseeable week, things to look out for, potential things to see, things expiring, things ending, things that are resetting. It's going to be very important in this particular coming weeks, especially when it comes to the milestones that we get from Incursions. So yes, let's get into the show. And first of all, before we go anywhere, massive thank you to Dan of Frontline MCOC who puts together the MCOC calendar. Make sure as well to check out Frontline MCOC because you get all your information of news from around the battle realm. And also myself and Dan do a podcast together called the Battle Realm and Beyond podcast, which we put out on all formats on a Sunday. So go and check out that when we release an episode. It's about an hour long and we get some good chatting about like the state of MCOC and some good stuff, some interesting stuff, and some stuff that goes underneath the radar, as well as things from the MCU that we talk about as well. We begin with today, the 11th of March, which is a Saturday. There's not really much going on today, except for there is going to be a Tier 4 basic arena for those that participate in it. But also the other thing is going to be an Alliance War for those that participate in that. Alliance War is coming into the very much, and as I like to refer to it, business end. The business end is going to be towards that latter point that if you're jostling for positions, getting those particular wins, which means that's starting off Saturday or could be ending Saturday, not quite sure on your rotation. Your enlistment could be that Saturday and Monday are your final two wars. Those could be crucial for you and your alliance. On Sunday, there is not much going on. It's a really good opportunity and a poignant time to go and get involved with things when it comes to Incursions because it is the lifeblood of the side quest. Now, there is going to be a side reset of the store, the Incursion store with the artifacts. Do bear in mind, there's no artifacts that are put in the Incursions runs that we have, which is a bit sad because it means that, hey, you're not going to be able to spend those in any kind of great shape or form, or get them, sorry, so it means you can't spend them, obviously. That's the case, but yeah, do look out for kind of like Incursion artifacts reset. I mean, if you want to use them on the store, use them on the store by all means. Is it going to mean something? Possibly not. New champion pools, possibly. I would say not, to be honest. But yeah, that is what's happening on Sunday. Do use this opportunity to grind out other stuff if you haven't already. Monday now, and a bit more action, especially first of all, if you spend in Marvel Contest of Champions, this will be your reset of the featured, and that's just a case of like, you know, you purchasing, not a case of reset the featured itself with like, you know, new champions with it, but no, resetting the purchase limit. I should be more specific on that one, so look out for that. Whether or not, and you know, obviously if you spend an MCOC, you will see a reset of the normal kind of test of solo events. Sometimes there are these kind of Cavalier crystals, but I mean, I don't spend an MCOC anymore, so it's not something that concerns me, but it's something that interests other players, so yeah, go and get that. The other thing that is normally the kind of good thing about this, and it's a Battleground store reset, especially if you're like myself going like, okay, well, I've got to grab myself some more signature stones, or maybe I want to blast out. The rewards should come in as well from a seasonal perspective, so then you're like, okay, well, I'll blast in, like, you know, get rid of the entirety of them, save up my signature stones. I love getting free 6-star well, not free, but I like getting 6-star signature stones from this store. It's great, especially as a non-spending player. You need avenues and alleyways to go and grab as many as possible, and this is great to see this in this particular opportunity. What else is happening on a Monday? Well, the usual things, AQ, AW. AQ is coming to a cycle end, which is great. And then also Alliance Wars. It is the last one triggering off, so you need to get involved with that, especially if you're jostling for those particular positions. And the final thing is that there will be a round 2 of the Kamala Khan and Titania Arena. So yeah, get involved with that. We'll be doing some results on the Monday MCN. So we'll try and find out if there's any decent cutoffs to kind of like predict off the back of, and obviously see the results and see if people went high or went low for these particular. On Tuesday, the British Day of Chewing, there will be the end of the Alliance War season number 40, which is going to be good, especially for those that participate in it. So whether or not you're expecting some good rewards, some bad rewards, or whatever rewards, it's going to come to an end. So yeah, like good news for some, especially if you like or dislike it. I love loyalty from it. I like the mode. Well, I don't really like the mode, but I like getting the rewards from it. So it's a case of like, just participate, keep going, keep stronger, that kind of stuff. Apart from that, there's nothing really on extra for Tuesday, so I would say just get involved with Incursions and especially prep for the new side quest. Next set of milestones, you will have to grind out the Incursions, but the only other thing on is going to be the Catalyst Clash class arena for those again that like the extra 30 units. It's down to a personal preference whether or not people do. Some people do, some people don't. Wednesday now, and a big reminder to everybody is that you've got a reset of your Incursion milestones. Now, I don't have it up on screen at the moment, but those will reset. Those will be your top zone bonuses for threat level Incursions 1 to 5. So those will reset. So the example is, I'm mid-flow at the moment. You go to zone 4, you go and defeat the boss, you get some rewards as a result. Do bear in mind that will be resetting. So yeah, if you want to get some rewards and stuff and obviously participate to get your components, Danger Room components means that you can go and spend in the store. And also the other thing is just before Wednesday ends, buy out some of those health potions and revives. Those incursions, as I've totaled for you in the previous video, those incursion health potions and revives, which as you can see reset over a 7-day period. That's totaling over 5,000 units of kind of like savings if you buy them. And I will be buying these before they reset. I'm just being very careful about how much components I have, and you can hoard them. Hoard those incursions, revives and health potions, save them for a run in the Danger Room Sector 6 or the highest level, or help yourself out, between things. Like, it's important to do that. So yeah, bit of a reminder, go and purchase these before they reset on the Wednesday. So yeah, 10 AM PST, you've got to watch out for that. It's going to be very important. There's also something else. Something else is the expiry of the Cavalier Shape and Sizes crystal. I mean, the other one as well, the lower one. I think there's probably one for a Grandmaster perspective. But yeah, like, get them whilst they're hot. Spend them, hoard them. You do whatever. Just if you won't be able to purchase them anymore from that particular date. And also there'll be an AQ, potentially there'll be an AQ enlistment for those that get involved with AQ. And the final thing is, maybe, don't know on this one, don't quote me on this one, but we could have Battlegrounds Season 6. It's unknown because I'm recording this at 4:30 PM UK time on a Friday. It could be a case by the time I get this video out, which will be Saturday as it normally is, that we've had the announcement for Season 6. Maybe it'll be dropping on the Wednesday. The 13th, is it? I'll have to double check. 15th, get my days wrong. Wednesday the 15th. It's hard to know at this particular point, but look out for it. Thursday comes around the corner and there's going to be an Alliance War out of season. It'll be the first one out of season since the season ends. What else? Well, its AQ cycle begins. Of course, when it ends, it starts off again. You know that's the case. And the final thing is we will have a basic arena for Sunspot. Sunspot has been a great champion to help out with, for me personally, I don't know if anybody else is the same. I actually think Dan said this as well. A great champion to help out with the likes of Battlegrounds, just because it's easy rotations around getting access to incinerates a lot more frequently and easily. And as well, if you're looking for an option that can take on certain situations, Sunspot can be a fantastic option. But that champion's going into the basic. And I think this may be a lot lower 6-star opportunity. So you might be able to put in about, I don't know, 30 to 40 mil and find yourself picking up this champion at a 6-star level. It will be a good opportunity, I think, for players to nab this, especially if there's anything like a featured 6-star, like a new champion coming into the game, which could be a case that we'll see either Viv Vision, or I want to say Viv Vision's first in the arena, but I could be wrong with that one. So it could be a case you could pick up a sneaky little cheap 6-star for your troubles. And finishing up with Friday, and there's going to be an Alpha Catalyst Arena. There is not much on with when it comes to that. I would say be warned, because it's been a little while since we heard anything about Act 8.2. I've got this sneaking suspicion in next week we may start hearing more about Act 8.2 info. Again, it's one of these situations, don't quote me on that one, but I find it kind of unusual that as we come into the last 2 to 3 weeks before the next update, and what seems to be teased that we will see a release for that particular content, I feel that we'll start getting an announcement for Act 8.2. But it's really hard to kind of guess these particular things, especially when it comes to Kabam. They may start teasing when it comes to like, we may pick up on this in MCN, Kabam Jacks will just have a little response to somebody say, oh, it's coming soon info, and that soon may be next week. I don't know, but it's one of these things where we're coming close to what seems to be the release time frame, which we said was likely to be April, because it's not March. So it's likely going to be soon. I feel we're going to have some info next week. And we end the show, of course we do, on the grind tip of the week. And of course it has got to be all about incursions. Of course, it's got to be with that one. Look, incursions are going to be something this month that people are going to either like or dislike. It's hard to kind of gauge either way where people are at with their interest of this particular mode, and also the extent of like how the rotation is with people's likes and dislikes. I would say setting up a grind schedule for this month is going to be important. Is the content a little bit grindy? Yes, it is, right? I do agree. It's a tough one. For me personally, I like the not originality, but the new opportunity. The opportunity to play something new or do something different. Because for me, like, the side quests have become a little bit stale and a little bit boring. But for others, this particular content change and shift is not pleasing, right? I get that. But I would say in order to tackle this month, you've got to find a good opportunity to play. And that is going to be down to you when you have availability and time. I personally am going to do all the incursion difficulties, and I'm going to separate my time out to do this. Is this going to impact in other things that I'm doing? Possibly. But there's certain things that alleviates issues. One of the big issues I have in side quests is using my energy for that and using my time for that. Well, time I'll still have to spend on this, but energy I'll get to save. And energy is important to reinvest in other areas. Battlegrounds, and also reinvest into the opportunity to get revives, health potions, and full energy refills from repeating old content. So there's a whole thing with this, but I would say try and plan your time as best as you can with this. And also with me, like, I decided like to go in at threat level 5. When was this? Thursday. And when I'm recording this on Friday, I'm now doing another zone. So I'm kind of trying to do zones at a time, or do it when I have availability of time to kind of get stuff. Always, it's important to read nodes as well, just to make sure that you're doing the best you can. I do like absolutely destroying Kate Bishop. That's fun. Destroying Kate Bishop. Also, when it comes to incursions, if you are new to the game mode or unsure about the game mode, do not fret and make sure to look at the nodes as much as possible. Yes, it does require a lot of thinking about, but switching out champions is gonna be something you might have to do, especially going to further and beyond. Like here right at the top, we've got Toxican. Both the attackers and defenders strikes have a 20% chance to poison debuff, dealing 50% of the attack as direct damage over 10 seconds. And what that means is I might have to switch to a poison immune option, especially to deal with this, if I don't have anything that's going to be able to withstand the poison and also release it at the same time. So you might have to switch off different champions and options, and also look at certain things like there. I've got fisticuffs, but also cornered, so I might want a power control option for this one. So I've got Dr. Doom, he can help out. But yeah, as I said, you may be kind of like going, okay, well, I'll take a poison immune option. And you go up to the choice node, which will be there, and you go, okay, well, I'll switch it out for Immortal Abomination or Warlock or any other champion that could deal with that. Warlock might be a good option because what it will do is suppress healing on that one. But also there's other options. Penny Parker has resistance by a certain percentage for poison. So I can use Penny Parker that I've got personally awakened, which could deal with the heal block narrative that would help to suppress any kind of healing Blade does. And breathe. Yeah, so there's kind of lots of options and lots of kind of things that you can do in order to make the situation better. But spend time to think and also spend time to enjoy. Incursions is fun. I know some people will say this is grindy. I agree, it is grindy. But for me, I like incursions, and I've liked the fact that we've done something different here. But look, you know, it's not going to be the solution for everybody to do some of the things that I've kind of mentioned. But there we go. That has been it. That has been my grind tip of the week. And also check out some other content which will be located on screen. Oh, and for the love of God, try and do as much as possible in incursions before the resets, just to get sure your milestones are done, because that's going to be where the most danger room components are going to be located in. In any case, thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Cheers and bye-bye.